Yeah, that's right. We're back in Ohio, and how can you go wrong with a state where Wendy's and Arby's were founded? Man, I got to tell you, this week's show is just ridiculous. There's so much going on, man. I am as excited as Monica Lewinsky at a hot dog eating contest to bring you this show. Well, the guys I'm bringing into camp this week, I can't say enough about them as people as well as the products that they represent. Jason Hart from Nomad and Mike and Todd from Antler King are second to none as individuals, and I'm telling you, their products are second to none as well. The Nomad apparel has held up under every conceivable condition for us, and the Antler King food plots and supplements and minerals have been integral to everything that we've done from Ohio to Virginia to everywhere we've gone across the country. I mean, it has made a huge impact on the places we put it. The cool thing about everybody in camp this week is their products are at the top of the food chain, and they're even better people. So we're gonna have a good time no matter what. We loaded up the Ram and hit the road for a 7.5-hour ride to the Munn's house. Now, we love getting together with the Munns. Mr. and Mrs. Munn treat us like family, and Mrs. Munn takes care of us. She cooks us the best food you can imagine in all of Ohio. I always leave there about 5 pounds heavier than when I got there. I mean, they really take care of us. We can't say enough about how much we think of the Munn family and how much we enjoy being there. This year, the Munns have got a new piece of property that they just bought. Sandra and Sonny bought this piece of property, and it has a little farmhouse on it, so we've got our own crib to stay in the whole time we're here. We get our gear all unloaded, and the next morning we're out in the tree stand hunting. Well, the first day we saw a few deer move through, nothing to shoot at, had a few does move through in the distance. But the second evening we went out and sat down in the low grounds and had a pretty good little young 8 come out. You know, that's what you hunt for, honestly. I mean, we had a great encounter with a young buck, decided not to shoot him, but hey, we played the game and won. He was in bow range. If we had to bring meat home to the family, he'd have been in the back of the truck, son. On the morning of day 3, we went back to the first spot we hunted. This is a good spot. The problem is, right now, this time of year, our Spartan trail cameras are showing us that the bucks are nocturnal. They're only coming out at night. They are not hitting any of these spots in the daylight. So when this doe walks out, it's pre-rut. The little bucks are fired up. The big bucks have kind of gone a little bit nocturnal, it seems like. So we just jacked up a doe, get some momentum going, get some backstraps in the frying pan. Our business is killing. Business is good right now. You see her stomp at me? How disrespectful was that? These millennial does have no respect for anyone. So I taught her some double lung manners. I absolutely smoked this doe, and it wasn't until we reviewed the footage that we realized that this doe is scarback. This is a doe that I had an encounter with last year when I killed another doe, and then Chris had shot at this deer and skimmed her back and made just a scar right across the top of her back so that we all knew her as scarback. Boys and girls, is my kind of recovery. Quick. Backstrapalicious. She came out this morning and pretty doe. Really one of the only deer that got anywhere close to us. This spot kind of just dried up. I don't know why. It's just not active right now. We got to switch our tactics up tonight, but I was putting my rangefinder away about to shoot her, and she kind of busted me a little bit moving. Then she stomped, and I kind of take that personal. So we're gonna go ahead and put her in the general and then put her in the freezer.
Good old doe here in Ohio. We just getting the party started. I still can kill another doe and a buck. God bless America and God bless Hoyt bows, because we're having a good time out here in Ohio.
We drew first blood in Ohio, man. We had us a doe down, and the boys come with the general to pick us up. And I'm just excited because we have a limited amount of time in Ohio. The bucks aren't moving, so I don't mind stacking some doe meat, baby. My boys Mike and Chris are out hunting, and they are taking advantage of the fact that the bucks aren't walking during the daylight, and they're killing some does too.
Pretty excited about this spot. Haven't hunted it maybe one time, so just sit back, hopefully something comes in. If a doe comes in, she's on the ground. We need some back straps, so stick with us. That was tough to pull off, man. That little buck, or that little yearling was right next to her. Whew. Finally, it's a backstrap for camp. We pulled the swap off. Hey, no track job necessary. Oh. Nice size Ohio doe.
Oh yeah, she's a good sized doe too. Man, me and Chris was we just got in this corner of this 11-acre field, and I shot my doe. She came in, and right before we got down, we had another group of does come in, and he was able to actually pull the shot off. So it was pretty cool. Awesome morning, 2 does. We got food for the camp, so that's a good thing. Backstraps tonight.
You know, unfortunately, we had to hit the road, say our goodbyes, and get back to the house. But, you know, we had a great time out in Ohio, and we're going to be coming back late season. But in the meantime, our boys Tyler and Chris are still going to be hunting and filming some big bucks.
Hey, right here, right here. It's him, it's him.
So Tyler and Munn have some Antler King out there, and here comes old Big Daddy. He's fixing to get shot.
Are you ready? Yep.
Oh, Tyler, let that afflictor eat, son. That deer's not gonna live long.
Finally. Oh my gosh. I've been hunting so hard this year.
Just got him out of the jungle he was in. Talk about turning arrow red. Kip and the boys should be happy about this. Right before ATA. Old Hoyt did his job.
Well, it's late season, and we are rolling back out to Ohio for a late season hunt with my good buddy Jason Hart from Nomad. We're also linking up with the guys from Antler King on this hunt. We're gonna have a good time, man. We got a lot of shooters, we got a lot of cameramen in the woods, but the conditions are gonna be nasty. It's gonna be cold and snowing. We're going to see our friend Dave Lusk at Southern Ohio Outfitters, and we're gonna see if we can't get in on the last few days of the Ohio deer season. Now the temperatures are cold, man. It's snowing. Good thing is we got a warm cabin to stay in. We got some television. We got hot food every night. We're gonna be all right out there no matter what the deer do. They have for sure got some big bucks at Southern Ohio Outfitters, but we're just hoping that with this late season that A, they're hanging on to their antlers, and B, we're going to see one in the daylight. Meanwhile, back at Southern Ohio Outfitters, we are struggling, son. I mean, the temperatures are cold. The big bucks are just not moving. We're seeing some does and some little stuff, but nothing really major is coming into the tree stand. So I take advantage of that opportunity, and I decide I'm going to shoot a doe like always.
It's the second day here in Ohio. As you can tell, I'm not feeling too sporty, so I'm going to keep it short. I've got some kind of upper respiratory infection or bronchitis or something. I've got a little bit of a fever, but at least it's not as cold as it was yesterday out here. We're here with the guys from Antler King, and we've got a bunch of Antler King put out in front of us, and we're not ashamed to say that. You know, it's crucial to hunt a food source, and we've got a nice food source behind us right now. Big old pile of in-game and corn, sweet apple intensity. But we're gonna stick it out and see if we can get a deer in bow range. She's $35. She's on the draw.
The only problem with me shooting this doe is for some reason, I don't know if the wind was swirling or what the deal was, but these deer are super, super alert. And on this shot, I just didn't aim low enough. She ducked the string on me a lot.
They were gonna bust us anyway, so it really didn't matter. I should have taken her spookiness into account more. I did. I mean, I put it low on her, but felt pretty darn good about it, and she just ducked right underneath it, ducked underneath it.
That's one great thing about shooting Luminox is you instantly know whether you hit the deer or not, or whether it's a vital hit or not.
Today is day 4 here at Southern Ohio Outfitters. It got cold overnight. It got down to, somebody said -8, and it's warmed up to about 8 degrees. It's frigid. So we ran deer off the bait when we got here. We're hoping to come back.
While I'm busy having does duck the string on me, old Jason Hart is having a heck of a time shooting does.
We got here a little over an hour ago. It's cold, and I'm sitting here in my nomad. I'm bundled up. I was taking a nap, and Jordan, who's filming, he kept eyes out, and we had 4 does come in, and I took the biggest out of the group. Looked like the mama doe. Fantastic. Hit it right where I thought. I don't know how we lost that blood trail. It's like Ray Charles could follow that blood trail. Happy to have taken her here at Southern Ohio Outfitters. Got a good mature doe. Got some meat for the freezer. I'll take back to South Carolina with him. So we appreciate Dave Luss at Southern Ohio Outfitters having us here. We've had a heck of a good time. I'd like to come back, but I'd like to come back when it's a little bit warmer.
We just got outdoor stand. This is probably my last day of hunting. I've got to head south tomorrow. We're at Southern Ohio Outfitters with Red Arrow, guys from Red Arrow, Kip Campbell. Unfortunately, Kip isn't feeling so good today. He's coughing like crazy. Ohio hasn't been very kind to him if you follow the show.
You know, we might not have been having much action, but old Todd, he had some good deer coming in. For the deer we were seeing that time, late season, not a lot of big bucks were moving. And I know at least one of those guys from Wisconsin passed on a buck that they might have should have shot. We are wrapping things up here at Southern Ohio Outfitters with Dave Lusk, but my man Chris Munn comes through in the clutch. He's back home with Tyler, and Tyler's filming Chris on one of their new pieces of property where they've had some Spartan trail cameras, and they got some good bucks coming in.
All right, it's January 18th here in Ohio, late season. We got good snowpack on. Hunting a new spot tonight and feeling pretty good about it, but we've had a good 8-pointer in here on camera the last couple nights. I hope he makes a mistake tonight. First night in this stand, baby. It's the big 8. We got all kinds of pictures of this deer. Oh my God. Yes.
Man, Chris blisters this deer in the snow. This is what you live for with bow hunting. Look at that blood spray, son. That's what it's all about.
All right, late season here in Ohio. What do you think about this? One of the big 8-pointers that we've had pictures of off and on during the summer in Velvet, but Tyler got me over here on his farm here, and tell you what, I'm so happy I don't even know what to do. It's late season here in Ohio. We have hunted all year long, hard all year long, and Tyler got it done about 2 weeks ago. Mike Baker, he got it done about a week and a half ago. So 3 bucks in basically 2 weeks. Couldn't end the season any better than that. So it's a big mature deer. I don't even know what to say. All I can say is it's been a good new year so far for me. Now it's time to lay the smack down on some does. We got about 2 weeks left in season, so.
Well, the action was a little bit slow. We were seeing a lot of deer, but the big bucks just weren't moving. But I tell you what, we had a great time at Southern Ohio Outfitters. I got to give a big thanks to Dave Lusk. They rolled out the red carpet for us. The food was amazing, and the accommodations were great. The lodge was awesome. The land was beautiful, and you know, it was super late season. It was tough hunting, but I tell you, man, I think that's a place that has a lot of potential, and we had a whole bunch of fun there, and hope to get back there real soon. But I tell you, this week was Red Arrow Deer Camp at its finest in Ohio, man. We had a lot of fun with a lot of different friends. We killed a whole bunch of critters, and we hope y'all come back next week and see us right here on Red Arrow. Love y'all, mean it.